Hello, welcome to the Art of Persuasion channel. This is Don speaking, and today we bring you a special video with golden tips to keep you calm and composed in any situation. We understand that dealing with tense moments can be challenging, but with these 3 incredible tips, you'll be prepared to face any adversity. So let's get started. Tip number 1, create space for rationality. When we find ourselves in tense situations like conflicts, work pressure, or intense stress, it's natural for our emotions to run high. However, it's crucial to create space for rationality in these moments. Creating space for rationality means allowing our analytical and logical mind to take control instead of being dominated by emotions. To do this, it's important to take a step back, take a deep breath, and give yourself a mental break. This pause allows us to slow down and distance ourselves from the situation, enabling a more objective and thoughtful analysis. By analyzing the situation rationally, we can evaluate all the aspects involved, understand different perspectives, and consider the potential consequences of our actions. This helps us make wiser decisions based on facts and logic, rather than impulsively acting based on momentary emotions. Calmness plays a crucial role in this process. When we are calm, our thinking becomes clearer and more organized, making it easier to identify effective solutions to deal with the situation. Calmness allows us to think clearly, weigh the pros and cons, and act more strategically, instead of being driven by impulsive and hasty reactions. By creating space for rationality, we are also exercising emotional self-control. This empowers us to handle challenging situations in a more balanced way, avoiding unnecessary conflicts and contributing to peaceful problem-solving. Remember that practice is essential to enhance the ability to create space for rationality. The more we exercise this capacity, the more naturally it becomes a part of our approach to tense situations. So take a deep breath, stay calm, and let rationality guide your actions, empowering you to face any challenge with confidence and wisdom. A specific example of a series in which a character utilizes the first tip, create space for rationality, is the series Sherlock. The main character, Sherlock Holmes, portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch, is known for his exceptional analytical and deductive skills. In each episode, Sherlock encounters complex and challenging situations that require quick responses. However, instead of acting impulsively or being driven by emotions, he always creates space for rationality. Sherlock pauses, carefully observes the details, analyzes the available evidence, and uses his sharp logic to find solutions. This rational approach allows Sherlock to evaluate different possibilities, identify patterns, and arrive at accurate conclusions. He can separate emotions from facts and make informed decisions even in highly tense situations. By following the advice of creating space for rationality, Sherlock demonstrates how the ability to stay calm and analyze situations objectively can be a powerful tool for problem-solving and handling complex challenges. Although this example is fictional, it illustrates how applying the first tip can be beneficial in various real-life situations. By creating space for rationality, we have the opportunity to evaluate situations clearly, consider different perspectives, and make sound decisions regardless of the context we find ourselves in. Tip number 2, know your stress limit. Knowing your stress limit is essential for maintaining a healthy balance between work, personal life, and challenging situations. Each person has a different capacity to deal with stress, and it's important to recognize the signs that indicate we are approaching that limit. Excessive stress can negatively impact our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. When we are close to or surpassing our stress limit, we commonly experience symptoms such as muscle tension, headaches, difficulty concentrating, irritability, insomnia, among others. By identifying these signs, it's crucial to take a moment to engage in relaxation activities that work for you. Each person has their own effective relaxation strategies. Some options include meditation, physical exercise, breathing techniques, engaging in relaxing hobbies, or simply taking a break to rest and recharge. Recognizing your stress limit and taking action before reaching it is a preventive way to take care of your well-being. By taking measures to avoid emotional overload, you preserve your mental and physical health, increasing your ability to handle future challenges in a more balanced manner. Additionally, Knowing your stress limit allows you to establish healthy boundaries in your life. You'll be able to identify when it's necessary to say no to certain situations or commitments that could lead to burnout. Learning to prioritize self-care and respect your own limits is crucial for maintaining a balanced and healthy life. Remember that each person has a different stress limit, and what may be tolerable for one person may be excessive for another. Therefore, it's important to be attentive to your own signs and needs. By knowing and respecting your stress limit, you strengthen your ability to face challenges with resilience and well-being. A specific example of a movie in which a character utilizes the second tip, know your stress limit, is the film Fight Club, directed by David Fincher. In the film, the main character, portrayed by Edward Norton, is a man suffering from insomnia and constantly stressed and dissatisfied with his life. He lives a monotonous and boring routine until he meets Tyler Durden, portrayed by Brad Pitt, a charismatic and rebellious character. As the story unfolds, the main character starts participating in underground meetings where men fight each other as a way to release stress and find a sense of freedom. These fights become increasingly violent and dangerous, reflecting the tension and chaos the main character is experiencing. However, as the plot develops, we realize that the main character is dangerously approaching his stress limit. He finds himself involved in extreme situations, losing control over his life and his own identity. This journey culminates in a moment of revelation, where he must confront his own inner demons and deal with the consequences of his actions. Although the film's plot is quite dramatic and involves more complex issues, it powerfully illustrates the importance of knowing your stress limit. The main character finds himself immersed in an extremely stressful environment, seeking a way to escape his unsatisfying life. However, he ends up surpassing his own limits, resulting in negative consequences. This example reminds us of the importance of identifying stress signals in our lives and taking proactive steps to avoid reaching a point of emotional overload. Knowing our limits allows us to take preventive measures, such as engaging in relaxation activities, setting healthy boundaries, and prioritizing self-care. In the case of the main character in Fight Club, his journey serves as a warning about the importance of maintaining a healthy emotional balance and not allowing oneself to be consumed by stressful situations before it's too late to turn back. Tip number 3, don't hate your adversaries. In moments of tension, it's natural for negative feelings to arise, especially when we are being challenged. However, allowing hatred and anger to prevail will only increase the emotional burden, compromising our performance and ability to find effective solutions. Instead of nurturing negative feelings towards adversaries, it's recommended to adopt a neutral and impartial stance. This doesn't mean ignoring differences or minimizing the challenges presented by adversaries, but rather facing them objectively. Remember that, just like us, adversaries are human beings prone to making mistakes and facing difficulties. By adopting an impartial perspective, we can analyze situations with clarity and understand the other side's point of view. This allows us to make wiser and more strategic decisions based on a more complete understanding of the scenario. The ability to put ourselves in the shoes of adversaries and consider their motivations and intentions can provide valuable insights for finding effective solutions and approaches. Furthermore, avoiding hatred and anger contributes to maintaining calmness in tense situations. Instead of allowing negative emotions to control us, we can direct our energy towards objective analysis of the facts and the search for constructive solutions. By doing so, we retain control over our emotions and avoid impulsive reactions that can harm our performance. It's important to note that not hating adversaries doesn't mean relinquishing competitiveness or the desire to win. The idea is to focus on strategies and goals rather than letting hatred or anger cloud our judgment. By adopting a more neutral approach, we empower ourselves to face challenges with emotional intelligence, developing a competitive advantage based on analysis and thoughtful action. Therefore, remember not to foster hatred towards your adversaries. Stay impartial, analyze situations objectively, and seek to understand the other side's point of view. By doing this, you are not only preserving your calmness, but also creating space for wiser and more strategic decision-making that will help you overcome any adversity. A specific example in which someone used the third tip, don't hate your adversaries, is the series Breaking Bad. In the storyline, we follow the journey of the protagonist, Walter White, a chemistry teacher who becomes a methamphetamine manufacturer. Throughout the series, Walter finds himself in constant tense situations and confrontations with various adversaries, be it other drug dealers, members of the drug cartel, or even members of his own family. However, Walter doesn't allow hatred or anger to dominate his actions. Instead of nurturing negative feelings towards his adversaries, Walter adopts a calculated and strategic approach. He understands that succumbing to hatred would put his safety and ability to make rational decisions at risk. Instead, he focuses on analyzing situations objectively, seeking to understand the motivations and intentions of his adversaries. This approach enables Walter to make shrewd decisions and plan his next moves with caution. He looks for advantages and weaknesses in his adversaries and uses them to his benefit. By adopting an impartial and strategic stance, Walter manages to maintain calmness and face challenging situations more effectively. The series Breaking Bad is an example that illustrates the importance of not nurturing hatred or anger towards adversaries. On the contrary, by adopting a neutral and impartial stance, it's possible to find smarter solutions and make more thoughtful decisions, even in highly pressured situations. And those were our 3 golden tips to keep you calm and composed in any situation. Remember to create space for rationality, know your stress limit, and avoid harboring negative feelings towards adversaries. These simple yet powerful strategies will help you face any challenge with serenity and clarity of thought. We hope you enjoyed the tips and can apply them in your lives. Don't forget to leave your comments below and share the video with your friends. Until next time, stay calm and composed in all situations.